Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Post Falls Urban Renewal Commission meeting for December 15th, 2016. Director Fountain, would you please call the roll?
Baltzell?
Here.
Carstensen?
Here.
Crosby?
Here.
Coles? He has not arrived yet. Davis?
Here.
Hauser?
Here.
And Commissioner Malzahn has an excused absence.
Yes, okay, thank you very much. Would you all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And also for call. Please note that Colin Coles is here. Thank you all for making it on this cold and snowy morning. Appreciate that, especially the staff back there who were here way ahead of us. Okay, under item number 2, ceremonies, appointments, and announcements, it's my pleasure to announce that Mayor Jacobson and the Post Falls City Council have approved the extension of the service for Commissioner Carstensen and Commissioner Davis to serve an additional 5-year term on our commission, and we appreciate all the work that they've done to this point, and I know it'll continue and thrive over the next 5 years as well. And so we appreciate that and the confidence that the mayor and the council has in the work that these folks have done for us, and we've enjoyed working with you and we'll continue. So congratulations to you, and we're moving on. Okay, conflict disclosure. Do any of the commissioners have any conflicts to disclose on anything that is on the printed agenda today? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move on to the consent calendar.
Good morning, Chairman Baltzell and Commissioners. Item A in the consent calendar is the Commission meeting minutes of November 17th, 2016. Item B is the Commission workshop minutes, December 7th, 2016. Item C is the Greensferry Overpass final pay request for $557,169.86, which includes draw number 20 of $14,250, which is landscaping, and the retainage of $542,919.86. The agency has received the final acceptance letters from the City of Post Falls and the Idaho Transportation Department for this project. Item D is the payables for this month totaling $567,181.89, which includes the final payment to R.L. Wadsworth, as above mentioned, and will be funded from a loan advance in that amount at Washington Trust Bank. Item E is the bank activity report, which shows total in all funds of $3,201,445.50 and accrued interest for the month of $1,219.41. Item F is the financial reports as of November 30th, which will be posted to our website. Item G is Resolution 2016-05, authorizing the amendment to the Washington Trust Bank Note Purchase and Security Agreement. And item H is the third amendment to the Note Purchase and Security Agreement. This agreement enables the agency to pay down the loan reserve at Washington Trust Bank on an annual basis with no further legal fees for future amendments. Your approval of the consent calendar will authorize a transfer of $1,219.41 accrued interest to the general fund and transfer to Community First Bank checking account $567,181.89 for general payables. Mr. Chairman, I would answer any questions.
Okay, any questions on the consent calendar? Can we
Just a comment,
Yep.
and I think it's important. I attended a legislative send-off session last week with our legislators, our 9 North Idaho legislators, and they were all talking about the difficulty of funding road and bridge repairs and road improvements. And I pointed out that we had not had any assistance from ITD or the Federal Highway Fund to create this overpass. And in looking at the cost breakdown that Diane provided, I just think it's important. We had change orders that only represented 3% of the total cost of the project. The total cost was below our initial projections at $15.5 million. and we paid it down now to $7.2 million, and we have $1 million sitting in the interest reserve, so it's really $6.2 million. And with this amendment that we're passing today, as part of this consent calendar, will allow us to more quickly pay this down. So I think all the people involved in this project deserve the gratitude of the citizens of Post Falls and the state, simply because we didn't touch the state money, we didn't touch the federal money. We decided what we needed to do in our community, and we did it.
Thank you, Len. Those are very good comments, and to be honest with you, you could extend those same comments to the Spencer Street extension and the improvements on Spokane Street. If you want to get it done, you can get it done. You just have to work together and work hard to make that happen, and I appreciate those comments. We did get the acceptance from, as he mentioned, from Department of Transportation as well as City of Post Falls. And I don't know about you, but I'm very proud to be a part of that. I know all of you would be as well. And took a lot of people to make all of that happen from lots of different areas with the city and with us and throughout the community and our contractors and the patience of the public when you're going through that process. I mean, there was a lot of disturbances here and there for a couple of years, and we got through all of that, and I didn't really hear an awful lot of complaints, a lot of jokes, but not a lot of complaints. But no, it's been an excellent experience. I learned a lot from it, and I think most of us did that were close to the process. Do we need a separate motion for the resolution and the amendment, or just
No,
part
you
of
can, you can just do one motion for the consent calendar and with the roll call vote, though.
Any other comments that you'd like to make at this time? Thank you, Len, for yours. And I would entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar as presented.
I will make a motion with pleasure to accept the consent calendar, especially seeing item C, Greensferry Overpass final payment request, which is, we've been all working for. So my motion is to accept the consent calendar.
Okay, is there a second?
I second.
Okay. Any other further discussion? If not, roll call vote, please.
Baltzell,
Aye?
Carstensen,
Aye.
Crosby,
Aye.
Coles,
Aye.
Davis. Aye. Hauser.
Aye. Okay, motion carried. Thank you all very much. Okay, committee updates, finance and policy.
Nothing to report, Chairman.
Okay, I would just like to ask, and I did speak to Diane about this this week, if the Policy and Finance Committee could gather together in the next few weeks or month. I think you're going to be gone, but if we could have them meet and do a quick review of Greensferry Overpass, Spencer Street, and Spokane Street, only as it relates to the projected budget cost of each of those projects and what the bottom line cost was, because I think that would be important in a press release early after the first of the year as we could. I think the public would be entitled to know that and probably feel pretty good about it, because I think we did pretty darn good. But
We'll be happy to do that.
thank you. And then one other thing, and that is on the amendment and the resolution regarding Washington Trust Bank. The bottom line on that is that the cost to do the process to amend that agreement so that we can automatically adjust the reserve that's being held and apply that to the principal as it goes down is going to save about $23,000 over the remaining term of the loan in terms of cost to the community and interest expense. The cost to do it with the attorneys and legal and stuff is about $3,000, so it's going to still save us a net $20,000 over the life of that loan, which is a huge savings to the community. So I just wanted to point that out. Thank you. If you could arrange to do that, that would be good. And it doesn't have to be real formal or anything, but just a little review I think would be helpful, because we're going to try to put together a little press release. Okay, district review, Commissioner Coles?
Nothing new this morning.
Okay. Communications, property, and personnel.
Just a couple of things. The office is in the process of being moved down the hall, across the hall. Went in there yesterday to see what was happening, and it's all moving along good. Computer people are coming today, you said, to do their thing, moving the printer and all that stuff, I think. So if you haven't yet, whip in there to see what it looks like. I think it's a real, good to see us into that bigger office with more windows, and I don't know, I just think it's a nice move. And should be finalized, when do you think, Diane?
I should be working out of there Monday.
Monday? Okay. And secondly, at the January workshop, we'll be holding the election for 2017.
Okay, very good, thank you. Citizen comments, I don't see any other citizens in the audience, so we'll press on to that, to unfinished business. Is there any unfinished business that needs to be addressed? Okay, moving on, new business. Is there any new business to address this morning? Okay. Staff report and updates. Anything additional you'd like to add?
The only thing I have is that late yesterday afternoon, I received our draft of the audit. So I'll be reviewing that and then going through the MD&A, and hopefully maybe we can have that at the commission meeting in January.
Okay.
Presentation.
Okay, excellent, good. Any commissioner comments this morning?
If I may, I just want to say it's been a pleasure to serve on Post Falls Urban Renewal for the last 10 years. In most cases, it's been a pleasure. There's been a few bumps in the road, but like we said earlier, we can always work out the bumps after doing Greensferry. We can't have any bigger bumps, so. And I was appreciative of being reappointed by the city council, and look forward to another 5 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Anybody else? Any other commissioners have any comments? Okay, if not, looks like my comments, and I'll keep them brief. I had said it before, how much I appreciate the work of the commissioners and our staff and our legal and administrative staff. Certainly the staff for City of Post Falls back in the room doing all the techie work and keeping us online, and we appreciate your help and what you do. And I think for myself, and I think I could speak for all of you, how much I appreciate the opportunity to serve the City of Post Falls, the citizens, and support the direction of the mayor and the council and the work that they do for our community as well. So with that, I would just like to add a Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope everybody stays safe and enjoys their time with their family. And I think you all know that Tom Malzahn's mother passed away this past week, and just to keep he and his family in their prayers while they're in Minnesota taking care of things. So I don't have any other comments, and I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We are adjourned.